Hi, I'm Patty. Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers, and welcome to the new people that are just finding the channel. I'm so glad that you did. This message is a twin flame collective reading. I am a twin flame myself, so I fully understand the challenges that come with this path. I know in the early days of my journey, I really wish I had had some guidance and I'd had someone to talk to. There was no one in my world that understood it. I had to go and seek that out. And so now I'm here paying it forward and helping you with some guidance. I feel like that's just my soul mission to do this. Every time you hit that like button and hit that thumbs up, that's a nudge closer to this video getting out to more people that need the guidance. I think you and I both know that we just need that. So I really appreciate your interactions. If you subscribe, you will be the first ones to see my videos as they come out. I put out at least a couple a week, so I don't want you to miss anything. So go ahead and hit that subscribe and put any comments in that you would like to. I would love to hear from you. You can book a private reading with me as well if you're feeling like you want just a little bit more than a collective reading. We can really get in depth into your story. The link to do that is at the end of the video as well as in the description box. All right, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this mirror message spread. I've already saged the space, lit a candle to tap into spirit. Spirits, guides, ancestors, protectors, angels, thank you for being with me here today and always. I have the most beautiful spirit guide team working with me, and I'm so grateful. Please help me be a clear and accurate channel for messages for the Twin Flame Collective watching this reading. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I've also grounded and protected. If you're going to think about doing tarot, that is a really important lesson, is to ground and protect before you get started. And I do that before every video. I just don't always show it. Okay, so we're going to look at Divine Masculine's headspace currently for the Twin Flame Collective watching this reading. And I'm feeling 3 cards together. I'm going to take those. So, we got the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles for Divine Masculine's headspace. Let's look at Divine Masculine's heart space. Oh my gosh, these are just flipping out really easy. King of Pentacles in Divine Masculine's heart space. Oh. And we have the Seven of Pentacles as well. Let's look at Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. What are Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days for the collective watching this reading? We've got Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. We've got matching court cards right from go here. This is really good. I'm going to move these over just a little bit so we have space for Divine Feminine on the other side. There we go. I'll pull some clarifiers on those in a moment, but I just want to start with this. And we'll get into what these mean here when everything's on the table. Divine Feminine's headspace. What is in Divine Feminine's headspace for the collective watching this video right now? And, you know, the videos are timeless. Whenever you watch the video is when the message is meant for you, not when the video was created. So that's an important point to point out. What's in Divine Feminine's headspace? We also got 3. We've got the Empress. Wow. The Emperor. Oh my God. And the 6 of Swords. I'm sorry, but getting the Empress and the Emperor and the King and Queen of Pentacles, which are the 4 court cards that you want the most in a spread where you're looking for union. And I'm getting that the collective watching this video really is looking for union. Not all of us are. So if you are not looking for union with your twin, if you feel like that's not a possibility for you, you're not interested in that, this isn't your reading. Because this reading definitely is about union. This is crazy to have these few cards out and to get the Emperor, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So I'll stop going on about that right now. Let's get the rest of the cards out. But that is That's a really good spread. Okay. What is in the Divine Feminine's heart space right now? What is in the Divine Feminine's heart space? Please, Spirit, show me what's in the Divine Feminine's heart space. The moon barely flipped a little bit, so there could be something she's hiding or something being hidden from her, but it didn't flip out all the way together. Okay, we've got the Fool, and we've got the Page of Wands reversed for her heart space. Let's look at Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Spirit, what can you tell me? Make it really clear. Give us really clear information. Okay, wow, that's too many cards. But we've got two that flipped. We've got the King of Wands and the High Priest. Okay. I'm going to set the Witch's Tarot aside, and we'll do some clarifiers with the Thelema Tarot. Alright, so we've got the Thelema Tarot. I don't feel like I need clarifiers for the masculine's headspace, but I'm going to grab one for his heart space. Please clarify. Wow, that came out fast. Oh, and that's like way too many flipped. We're going to start over. If it's meant to come out, it will come out again. What? There are some cards in here that were already flipped, so we want to make sure and fix those. I always want to start with a clean deck. I don't really believe in coincidences. I kind of like to look at what they are, but I mean, there were like half a dozen flipped. Okay. Okay. Let me just kind of recenter it a little bit. Clarify the King of Pentacles. We got the Three of Swords in the, okay. Clarify, and this was the Divine Masculine's heart space. Clarify the Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen here? This information is just popping off. It's like it's just raring to jump out. Sometimes I have to like really shuffle to really force information out. But not at all this time. We've got the Empress again. That's the Empress twice. And we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay. Let's look at, and we've got enough, I think, on Divine Feminine's headspace. Let's look at clarifying this Fool in Divine Feminine's heart space. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? The cards are just like going everywhere. Why is the Fool here? Ten of Swords. So we got the Fool, the Page of Wands, reversed, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. That's her heart space. Clarify this Knight of Wands in the Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. It's interesting, the Knight of Wands with the High Priest. It almost feels like a Divine Feminine wants to make an offer. And that's not what needs to happen here. The Divine Masculine needs to be the one to come forward. So let's really look at that. Got Death reversed. Okay. I was right. So this particular collective, I'm just going to read them in order here. Let me put this at the bottom of the deck. Energy for the Thelema is the Sun. Beautiful. What was the bottom of the deck for the Witch's Tarot? The Six of Wands. These are really good cards. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to get too excited. Let's just read. So, Divine Masculine's headspace, we got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is all about working on your tangible world. It's about bringing stability to your world. It's about really working on it, almost worshiping the Pentacles. It's like Divine Masculine is so into his money right now. He's so into stability. With the Sun card here and the Page of Pentacles, the reason he's into the stability right now is not for selfish reasons, and it's not for, sometimes the Divine Masculine can be really into the money because he's like hiding himself behind money. He's just like ignoring the rest of the world and focusing on the money. And that with the Sun card, that's not what's happening. The divine masculine is focusing on his tangible world because he wants to be able to make an offer. You see this Page of Pentacles. It's a small offer, right? And I feel like he feels like this page right now. He feels like a little immature in his ability to provide. And unfortunately, in our society, we really beat it into masculine energies that they need to be the full-on providers. And this masculine for sure, or this collective of masculines, feels like, and they're still in this stage where they feel like their worth is dependent upon their ability to provide tangibly, to provide money, housing, shelter, security, whatever it is. So he wants this son, he wants fulfillment, and he feels a little bit immature right now in his money. So he's really working on it. It is one of the karmic lessons for the masculine to learn that you don't have to, oh my God, I'm getting the Prince song in my head. What is that Prince song from Pretty Woman? You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Okay, so that just flew through my head. You don't have to be rich to rule my world. And, you know, in the song, it's a masculine singing it to a feminine, but in this case, it's really the masculine needs to learn that lesson. You don't have to be rich. You just have to love. You know, stability is awesome, and we need that, and we want that. And it's really admirable. It's an admirable trait for the masculine to want to be that provider. But it's also a karmic lesson to learn that that's not all that it's about. And you don't have to, when you're dealing with a divine counterpart, your divine counterpart is not going to think that your material worth, how much you're worth, how much money you got in the bank, how much property you have, how nice your car is, that's not why they're going to love you. They're going to love you because you love them. They're going to love you because of who you are inside. And that is a karmic lesson to learn if you are over focusing on the money, masculines. However, I think in this case, I'm really just seeing maybe the masculine is having money issues and wants to be able to come with that stable offer. They want stability in the relationship. They want this son. They want that wish fulfillment. They want that happiness. And, you know, let's be practical and real. Happiness is a lot easier to hold on to when we're not worried about paying the rent or the gas bill or the electricity bill. So, admirable thing to be doing, working on the money. Just don't over focus on it. Don't think that you need to be so overabundant. It doesn't make up for lack of love. It doesn't make up for other things that we need to be providing our partner. You know, you need to be loving your partner. You need to be caring and listening and all of those things. And this is vice versa too. This is both sides. It's not just for the masculines. But this is the masculine's headspace. It's really just focusing on the money in order to be able to come forward with a solid offer for happiness to his feminine. So divine masculine's heart space is the King of Pentacles. I love this card. This is my favorite king. King of Pentacles is stable. And, you know, you can see in his headspace, he's working on that stability, but in his heart space, he's feeling more grounded. He's feeling more stable. You know, this is divine masculine that earlier in his journey, he was all over the place in his heart space. His heart space is getting it together. He's coming out of confusion. He had too many options before. He was confused, and he's coming out of this confused energy and this heartbreak energy. You know, there was heartbreak in this connection during the separation. Things were said, things were done that were not copacetic, and the feminine was left hurting, just hurting. And he knows that that caused confusion for her, and he knows that that caused confusion for him. And he's been in a state of this confusion. And you know what? This heartbreak didn't just hurt her. It hurt them both. Hurting her hurt him. Even divine feminine, I'm talking to you right now, even if you didn't know it, if you're in a divine connection, if you have a divine counterpart and they did something to hurt you, we mirror each other in good things, we mirror each other in bad things, and I'm telling you, it hurt you both. Okay? So, this is the prevailing card here. These are just the clarifiers to understand. The heart space of the divine masculine is the King of Pentacles. He's getting grounded and balanced and feeling like he wants this stability with his divine feminine. This is really beautiful. And then we got possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like he's taking steps to go forward to his Queen of Pentacles, which is his divine feminine. We've got the Empress here. He sees her as the Empress, pregnant with possibilities. He knows who his counterpart is, right? And I know that there's two feminine energies, but I don't see this as like a karmic or another soulmate or anything. This is the same person. It's just another characteristic, because this is clarifying this. The Empress is clarifying that Queen of Pentacles. Look, your masculine knows who his counterpart is. This is his heart space. This is his possible actions. His heart wants to go toward divine feminine. He sees her as this Empress. He sees her as abundant and beautiful and so full of possibilities. He sees her as his wish fulfillment. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands clarifying too. He's had his guard up for so long. He's had his boundaries up. That's what Nine of Wands is about, setting boundaries. And it's like, I feel like he's become balanced within himself where he's setting healthy boundaries now. You see there's one wand here in front of him that has this beautiful vine growing up the wand. And it's like, this is the healthy boundary. And all of these other wands, these 8 wands behind him, are the old boundaries that keep out, keep away, keep out of my space, keep out of my heart. You're confusing me. These are behind him now. And what's in front of him now is this beautiful, healthy boundary where I'm not overgiving, I'm giving in a balanced way. I'm not undergiving, I'm giving in a balanced way. I'm not overloving, I'm not underloving. I'm learning to be balanced in all these different ways in my life. So this is really, really beautiful energy in the possible actions. I really feel like there's movement forward towards his divine feminine. He knows who she is. He knows who she is. He knows who he wants in his life. He's learning to set those healthy boundaries. He's learning his karmic lessons. This boundary setting is a huge karmic lesson that I think most of us as divine counterparts go through. Okay, he's learning this one. Yay. This is a really good reading. I love it. Okay. And we've got the 6 of Wands and the Sun as the overall energy for this reading. I'm so excited about it, mostly because of this overall energy. I mean, this is all really good, but the Sun is just complete happiness. You see these 2 children are like twins here. These are the twins under the sun, being just content, happy, couldn't get any better, right? And the 6 of Wands is about going public with that. Public recognition. It's going out into the world and saying, this is my divine counterpart and nothing is going to break us up. This is where we're headed. I'm not saying that this is where we are right this moment, but the overall energy from this reading is saying this is the direction of both counterparts. This is for both. Let me look at divine feminine now. We know what's going on with divine masculine. Divine feminine's headspace is the Empress. She's learning her lessons, has learned her lessons, has done the work, and she is embodying all of the beautiful things of all 4 queens. She's balanced emotionally. She's balanced in her headspace. She's balanced in her passion. Just every way that she can be balanced, she is beautiful. She's really feeling like this. And in her headspace, she knows her masculine is becoming this emperor. Look at these matching court cards. She knows this is happening. She knows. And then 6 of Swords, clarifying that. Moving away from this old space, all of the pain and the heartache and the work and the, let's face it, drudgery of this. I'm sorry, I'm being pretty dramatic about that, but it's true. And it can be real drudgery going through getting to be the emperor and the empress, because twin flame connections are a fucking hard road, okay? It's a hard road. Sailing away from that to calmer waters. She knows they're going to become this couple, this divine couple, divinely guided couple. Power couple is what this is. A power couple is a couple that are so in tune with each other that nothing is going to tear them apart. Oh, I'm getting chills all over just like saying that. I'm getting those goosebumps that aren't goosebumps. It's an intuitive hit, but it's a really, really strong one. This is really, really happening. So in her headspace, she knows that this is where they're headed. And it's exciting. They have work to do together. I mean, you know that the twin flame connection is not just about the romance. It's not just about getting to be with the person that that you want to spend your life with, that you feel completes you. That's not the main goal, actually. I know that magnetic pull makes it feel like it, but it's not. The main goal is to get to this point where you have learned your lessons and then turn around and help your fellow twin flames to get there, okay? And, you know, with the pandemic that we're facing right now, all of the things that are going on in the world, all of the changes, the world is leveling up. The world is ascending at a slow rate. Twin flames are ascending at a faster rate, okay? We're getting there faster. So we're like the guides. Once we ascend to this energy, this Empress and Emperor energy, I mean, whether we decide to be in union or not, when we get there, we have this amazing ability to be light workers and to help the rest of the world through that painful ascension process. Okay, that's Divine Feminine's headspace. Her heart space, the Fool, she's so ready to go off on this journey. She's so ready. She's just ready to jump right off that cliff into the unknown, into something beautiful. She's got her little dog here. She is loyal to her divine masculine. She has beautiful, pure, look how white, the white kind of represents purity. I don't know if I always agree with that. I think that we tend to do some things that I don't enjoy with the words black and white, but for the sake of the reading, white does signify purity, and this dog, it's like pure loyalty to the connection and to her divine masculine, but pure loyalty to the divine, pure loyalty to her place in the world, her ability to go out and help other people. She's ready to just jump in and go. This is really cool. And then the Page of Wands in reverse, this immature passion that they had before. You know, this connection probably started out really passionate, and there's nothing wrong with being passionate. We all want that. But when it's an immature passion, it can't last. It can't go in the right direction. It can't go in a divine direction. So in her heart space, she knows that this is over. This immature, passionate energy. And this Ten of Swords, this can mean a couple different things, okay? When you get a Ten of Swords, sometimes it means you've just been stabbed in the back and you're lying on the floor dead, but look at this one. This one is so beautiful. There are these swords that were in this woman's back, okay? And we're talking about the Divine Feminine here, her heart. These swords are being lifted out by the divine. This is the end of a painful cycle. In her heart space, she knows that the painful cycle of this twin flame connection is ending, that divinely guided ending is happening. Really, really nice. Possible actions of the Divine Feminine in the next 30 days. I feel like she's so ready to just charge in and offer her passion to her Divine Masculine. She's so ready to do that. I mean, this Divine Feminine might even be ready to get married. If the Divine Masculine were to walk in tomorrow and say, I'm sorry, I know that I've hurt you. I want you in my life. I want you for the rest of my life. You are my life. Marry me. I feel like this divine feminine with the Knight of Wands would jump on it. She'd say yes. Higher level commitment doesn't have to be marriage, but for a lot of divine feminines, I feel like that's what the Hierophant is symbolizing. That's what I'm getting really strongly. And then also clarifying the Knight of Wands is the death in reverse. It's a rebirth. You know, death is the ending. And what comes after, you know, that's death like this. Upright is an ending. Okay. It's an ending of the pain. It's an ending of the cycles. Death in reverse tells me in this particular situation, it's the rebirth. It's the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together in a really beautiful way and creating something new together. This is a new relationship. It's a new life. They'll probably work together. They'll probably have mission work that is together. It's like we all have mission work as divine counterparts, right? So some of us come into the world here and we're magnetically drawn to our twin, and we go through all of the path with this journey. And we don't always learn all of our lessons. You know, we don't always come into union. There are a lot of twin flames out there that won't come into union. And mainly because, you know, they haven't learned all the lessons. They haven't done all the work. And both counterparts have to put in that work for it to work. You're a team. If one person on the team doesn't do the work, then they don't get the union. That's how that works. You have to try again another lifetime. And, you know, there are plenty of twin flames out there. I really believe that we all have a twin flame. I don't believe that we all have a twin flame that's incarnate. So your twin flame may be in the 5D totally right now. I believe we all have that counterpart, but we all have to go through a specific set of lessons to even recognize them. And, you know, the lifetime in which you recognize them is going to differ for everybody. But the twin flames that are here, incarnate, together, still won't all come into union because you got to do that work. But this particular reading, this collective that this is resonating for, I really feel that union is imminent. This is happening. It's like, oh, I'm getting the chills again. It's really, really strong on this one. This is beautiful. I really, if this is resonating for you, please tell me. Please tell me what's going on. I'd love to hear about your journey. I'd love to know that it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, please don't worry. It's good to listen to the different readings, even if it doesn't resonate, because it's good to understand the different places that you can be in this journey, right? We have the commonality that we're all on the same kind of journey, but each of our journeys are different and we come in different waves. So you may be watching and not being this advanced, not being this close to union. But it's really good to see that, like, this can happen. This is where you can go if you guys both do the work. Really, really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the cards aside. I'm so happy about this reading. I'm just so, I feel so excited. I feel so bubbly. I feel bubbly. And that's the energy I'm getting from the counterparts that this is going to resonate for. Let's get some messages real quick. I want to use the Twin Flame Spirit of Darkness and Light Divination deck by Mystic Moon. And I see, Spirit, is there a message in this deck that is for this collective? Yes. Oh, nice. Spirit of the Pentacle. Okay. Faith, unity, wholeness. The twin flames that this message is going to resonate for have had faith. They have had unity with their, I'm almost crying, oh my God. So, okay. They've had unity with their divine counterpart. They're coming into union. Wholeness. They've learned to feel whole on their own. When we come here, even though we do have a twin flame, we're still a whole spirit. We just have a match. It's like a puzzle piece. If you go back and look at my video in the Twin Flame 101 that explains what is a twin flame, and look in my playlist, you'll see I tell you that it's like a puzzle piece. Like, we're a whole spirit, right, when we come here. But it's like we're a puzzle piece. A puzzle piece is whole all by itself, right? It's a thing. It's not ripped in half. But there's another puzzle piece that fits it exactly, perfectly. And that makes the center of your puzzle. And then along the other edges, there are other people that fit with you, and those are your soulmates or your soul tribe. But your twin flame is just the one that fits you perfectly, that makes the center of your puzzle. You guys have understood, you've learned your lesson. You've learned that you're whole on your own. And that's bringing you into union. Wow. Okay, I want to see what other messages come out. I'm so excited. Okay, I want to get a shadow message. I know this has been overwhelmingly positive, and we want to keep it that way, but shadow is just work that every single person on this planet comes here to do. It's how we learn and grow, so we all have shadow, and it's really good to understand what it is. So I want to know if there is a message about the shadow in this connection from the Watcher's counterpart. Is there a message about the shadow in this? I feel like it was that one. Oh, look at that. I tell myself you don't mean that much. Your counterpart got through this for a little while. I really feel like, you know, because we have such a hard time in separation. Separation is so tough. And I'm not feeling this as current energy. I'm feeling like in order to get through separation, I think both counterparts on both sides of this connection used to tell themselves, okay, well, yeah, they really don't mean that much to me. They're really just another person in my life that I've moved on from. But every time you do that, Spirit proves you wrong. If you're a twin flame and you tell yourself that, Spirit is going to prove you wrong over and over and over until you learn the lesson that this is your person. This is your divine counterpart. Some of us will not come into union. Some of us will, and I'm not saying you watching the video, but as twin flames in the collective as a whole, some of us won't get that lesson. Some of us will choose to settle down with a soulmate that we feel good with, someone from our soul tribe. And that is a perfectly acceptable way to go through life. You could be really happy that way. There's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes your counterpart didn't do the work, or you didn't do the work. Maybe your soul is a bit tired right now. You know, that can happen. But for the people watching this video, for the collective watching this video, if this resonates for you, this whole reading, this is something you used to say. And it's how you got through for a little while until Spirit showed you over and over again that it wasn't true. Okay? Past energy here. What do we have from the Messages of Love Oracle cards? Love these cards. Is there a message from the Watcher's person, the Watcher's counterpart? Is there a message from the Watcher's counterpart from this deck? Is there something the Watcher's counterpart wants them to know? And I'll only shuffle for so long. Oh, there it is. Mastery. Look at that. I love this. So goes with the reading. You've learned the spiritual lessons. You guys have done the work. You've learned, and you know. If you're watching this, you're just shaking your head. Yep, yep, yep. This is all true. If this is resonating from you, you have completed your mastery. You've learned your spiritual lessons. And you know what? We all have more lessons to go, more lessons to go. As we go through our whole life, we're constantly learning, we're constantly healing, we're constantly growing. But you've learned what you needed for union. And that's beautiful energy. Okay, one more. Now I'm excited to see what's going to come from this deck. The Hidden Truth Oracle. Is there a message from the Watcher's person, the Watcher's counterpart? Something important that they want them to know right now. What's the message from the Hidden Truth Oracle? This is going to show you something hidden. It hasn't come out yet. It may have come out in another reading and you've seen it before, but it's not something your counterpart has told you or expressed to you. Okay. I am becoming a better person. Your person wants you to know that they're becoming a better person. If when your connections separated, if things happened that hurt you, if things happened that felt bad, that depressed you, that blocked you, that all of those things that happen when we go into separation is so painful, you know, and it's painful for both people. Your counterpart wants you to know that if they hurt you, if they did things to hurt you, if they did things to hurt other people, they are so aware of it, and they have learned their lessons, and they are becoming, or really have become, because these cards you have to interpret intuitively, because, you know, there's only like one card that says this. I feel like it's really, I have become a better person. They're becoming the person that they know that they want to be with you, to be on your level. Really nice. I'm going to get a few channeled messages from my own decks. I'm just going to grab some here. Is there a message in this deck from the Watcher's counterpart? Something important that they want them to know? We can grab a couple of these. Is there a message in this deck? Please let me know. No. Spirit, show me, is there a message in this deck from the Watcher's counterpart? I was afraid you would leave me. One of the counterparts in this connection had abandonment issues. They were so afraid that you were going to leave them that they left you first. One more. Is there another message in this deck from the Watcher's counterpart? Something that they need to know. Something that will be helpful. Not feeling this one. Let me grab some other ones. I have a lot of these cards. Sometimes I just have to fish around until I get the right deck. Get the one that feels right. Yeah, I think this is it. Is there a message from this deck, from the Watcher's counterpart? Something they want them to know. And these are not all positive cards, just so you know. There are all kinds of things in here. There's, I'm an alcoholic. I'm stuck with my karmic. Hold on, there are too many flips there. All kinds of things. Because there are so many scenarios that we go through, especially when it comes to karmic lessons. Addiction is a karmic lesson. But what do we have in here? Is there one? Okay, yeah. Okay. I was afraid you would leave me. Then I was afraid of this connection. Same thing. They were so scared of the intensity. But whoever, the counterpart that left, was really afraid of the intensity of the connection. That's why they left. It wasn't because they didn't love you. It wasn't because you weren't good enough. And I think the collective watching this video will already know that, because you've healed and you've done your lessons. Your counterpart just wants you to know that they were afraid of the connection. That's why they left. It's like a little pre-message before they reach out. So you have kind of a basis to go from when they do reach out. And when they do reach out, please listen. Please listen. Even if you don't accept them back into your life, even if you decide to go a different direction, if you're with a soulmate, whatever it is, I really feel like in this particular collective, there is such beautiful possibility for union, that at least hear them out. Make your choice. Your choice is yours, but hear them out. Okay. Let's look at some charms real quick. See what they have to say. Grab my channel board. Okay. There's sage everywhere. The one thing about burning sage is sage lint gets everywhere. Okay. Let's see what the charms have to say for this collective. I won't fall on the floor. It's never happened before. I got to get that. Excuse me for just 1 second. Oh, wow. Okay, 2 fell out. The World and the Olive Branch. Let's see what else we got. Never had him jump out like that. What is going on? It's another one, and I can't find it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. the hourglass. These are really making me pay attention to them. Okay, be really careful. What other trends do we have? I like to really grab them from the bottom, like mix them up. Okay. The camel, the butterfly. Let's get like 2 more. Is there 2 more? And the finish line, I like that. These are all really good. And the broom. Oh, yeah, one more. Something else in there somewhere. And the owl. Okay. These are also really good. So let's talk about this. I like to kind of group them first before I read them. Okay, here we go. So we got the camel with the hourglass. And this is talking about the journey. The journey is arduous. It's a really tough journey. Going through every step that we have to go through as twin flames, doing the healing, doing the learning, having the patience. Like in the divine feminine side, patience is like one of the big ones. And I'm here to tell you it sucks, right? It's good. We need it. We need to learn it because we're going to use that going forward. And if you don't have that skill, a lot of the work you're going to do in the future, you won't be able to do. So you needed to learn the lesson, but man, it's hard. So the camel is all about having the stamina to get through, the patience, the stamina to get through the desert of the twin flame, journey. It's tough. And the hourglass is all about how much time that took. You really had to stick with it to get to this point. You really had to stick it out and be patient, and not just be patient with the journey. You had to be patient with your counterpart, especially if they were off in the dark night of the soul and you were getting negative energy, or, you could see them with a karmic partner and you were jealous and it was painful. All of those things are why it takes so much time, because we each have our own rate at which we learn our lessons, right? Some of us take longer than others. I know that it's just like learning styles, right? We have different learning styles. I learn better when I watch a video or when I do something hands-on than when I read a book. It's just how that works for me. We each have different learning styles, and that translates into the twin flame journey. We each have different amounts of time it takes us to get a lesson, especially if we're stubborn people. Dude, I'm a Capricorn. I'm pretty stubborn, So, that's how the Capricorn Scorpio mix. That's crazy stubborn. Okay. The broom is all about having walked away, swept things out of your life that do not serve you. You have done that. You have swept the things out of your life that don't serve you. Both of the counterparts have done that now. Beautiful. You've both transformed the butterfly. You have gone from your cocoon into this beautiful butterfly, and you're ready to fly. The olive branch, you're ready to reach out. There's going to be communication for this, the collective that this resonates for. There is going to be communication, and it's not like a year or 2 years off. It's coming much sooner than that. Probably sooner than you could realize. I don't like to do timelines in videos. I really, really don't like to. And the reason that, there's a reason for that. It's not like I'm afraid that it won't be right. I mean, it could not be right. But the reason that I don't like to do timelines is because timelines, when I say like something's going to happen by December, that creates expectation for the counterpart watching the video, or both. And expectation is kind of the root of all evil. If you have an expectation that something will happen a certain time and it doesn't happen in that time, the disappointment that follows that is really destructive, because it takes you out of your high vibe energy and puts you back into low vibe energy. And it's like 10 giant steps backwards. Hence no timelines. You just have to be patient and wait for it, and that's not fun. But I don't want to be the catalyst for you taking 10 steps backwards with some disappointment. A lot of people watch collective readings, and we're not all in the same timeline, but I am saying sooner than you think with this olive branch. The owl, you guys have gained so much wisdom on this journey. You are so much wiser than when you started. You should totally pat yourself on the back. If you're watching this, pat yourself on the back. You did a good job, okay? You have gained your wisdom. And the world is the end of the tarot. It's the end of the whole cycle of tarot. It's the end of this cycle. The cycle is ending for you. You are at, here's the finish line flags. You are at the finish line. Okay? Just beautiful. Wow. This has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. I would love to have you back next time. I put out a couple of videos a week. The next one will be a pick a card. It'll probably come out Thursday. If not, then Friday. But I'm trying to do them on Thursdays. I do work full time, you know, on the side of this. But yeah, thank you so much. Please take that moment to hit the thumbs up and like the video so more people will get to see it. If they're in this collective, I so want them to have this information. It's really important and beautiful. And if you would please subscribe, I would love that too. Every video that comes out, you'll get to have the notification on that if you hit the little all next to the subscribe when you hit that. Please put your comments in the comment box if you want a private reading. The information's at the end of the video or in the description, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here.